and
man.
gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world, Mike Allen, and that is my boy V-Rad Vince. How are you, brother?
Fantastic. A nice, relaxing day after some much needed wrestling action yesterday, huh?
Wow. Man, what a show NEOPro put on for us once again in West Salem at Quaker Hall. Gold Rush Royale was top notch. From start to finish, it was a great show.
Absolutely.
We got a lot to talk about. We had a number one contendership match for the tag team titles. We had the women's title defended. We had the heavyweight championship we thought was defended. Turned out it wasn't. It was just a singles match, but that's okay. And then obviously we had the creme de la creme, the Gold Rush Battle Royal to determine a new number one contender for Patrick Hayes' championship September 21st at Set the Standard.
Oh man, yeah. Some action all night too. All over the place as well.
Not only that, once again, what is it? The second time this month? Second time this month we got to meet a legend.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man.
Meet our guy Rhino, man. That was awesome. ECW legend.
Yeah, dude. ECW legend. Dare I say, even WWE legend when he came to WWE, put in work
TNA,
too. So
the list goes on.
Currently doing TNA, currently doing independence around the area. I mean, the Rhino is still very much, and it's crazy because like watching, I remember watching the Rhino back on, ECW, WWE days. He looks exactly the same.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like he doesn't look older. He doesn't look out of shape. He looks he's still the same stout motherfucker. And let me just tell you that we'll get into this more later, but he hit a gore on somebody and we'll let you know who it was. And it was just as beautiful as it was 20 years ago, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he was actually really nice too. Only took a minute to talk to us, which that was awesome. So shout out Rhino.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we just dive right into it?
Yeah, no, 100%. Let's go.
Cool. So we started off with a tag team match, and we saw our boys DD Trash going against Studio 86. And
these fucking guys.
Yeah, they told us to watch our backs, that NEOPro needed some extra security, but let me tell you, like, they had nothing on us at all, and especially not against DD Trash, man. So what a start to the show. I mean, holy cow, we saw some pretty amazing moves. I saw some solid moves from really both parties of DD Trash. I'm not going to say much about 86, but, saw a headbutt at least. We saw a pretty wicked headbutt.
Yeah, right to Bill Martell's groin.
Yeah.
Dude, just look. Studio 86, they've always had massive amounts of shit talk to say to us. They always got something crappy to say. They always got some kind of bullshit going on. Whatever. They show up, they fucking cheat. They, whatever.
Well, they're from Michigan, but they rep Schittsburg, so.
Dude, whatever. Look. We all know here on the Piledriver Podcast that we very much love a great bad guy. And it's even better when there's a wrestling guy that you love to hate. Fuck, do I love to hate Studio 86. Like, I fucking love to hate them, dude. They're so good, but fuck them dudes.
Wow.
I don't know. So and I believe this match was for a number one contendership for the tag championships, which are held by Shane Douglas and Uncle Wilbur. So going in, I'm just double checking that. I know NEOPro has their stuff on. But yeah, going in, we knew this was going to be a banger. We knew this was going to be good. The crowd always in love with DD Trash. Always DD Trash. Ronnie and Brucey always get massive amounts of love from the crowd. On the other hand, Studio 86 also gets massive amounts of hate. So this was a very back and forth matchup. Good wrestling moves, good back, like I said, good back and forth. Donna in the chat, nice shirt, Vince.
Gotta rep it.
Jeremy in the chat saying, "What's up? What's up, Jeremy? Jeremy done moved to Alabama on us." So, but thanks for tuning in from down there, brother. We definitely appreciate you, and we'll be missing you. He said he'd be coming back up in a couple months, so he'll be sure to hit us up. But yeah, it was a good tag team match, dude. And like I said, it's Studio 86, the team you love to hate. Once again, showing off just their bad guy antics, trying to get away with anything and everything they can behind the referee's back. DD Trash trying to foil that as everything. Jason in the chat says that would explain why he hasn't hit me up for tickets. Yeah, he moved.
Man. Yeah, we saw some awesome moves, man. Like Ronnie with that huge sit-down powerbomb on Rick, man. That was insane. That was huge. I mean, I even saw one of the best leg drops I've seen in a while, independent-wise, by Bruce. So DD Trash shelled out pretty well. I mean, and again, too, not to just be so biased, I did see some pretty heavy moves from Studio 86, but, the end of this match didn't go the way anybody, I think, thought. So we draw.
I was going to say, we see once again the fanny pack, which I assume we've seen it before. It has had a 4 Loco in it. The 4 Loco fanny pack was used once again, knocked out Brucey, who then fell over top, and both men's shoulders were down. So it was ruled by Mike Contos as a double pin. Match was a draw. So I'm wondering if this is going to lead us into a triple threat tag team match for the tag team titles, maybe. Clearly both of these men deserve a shot. Once again, the match being deemed a draw still holds Studio 86, I believe, undefeated. Oh shit. In the chat, breaking news. CEO of NEOPro, CEO or manager of NEOPro, general manager Jason, what you got for me, boss? Let me know. We're gonna keep going until it gets dropped in the chat. This is why you got to tune into the Piledriver Podcast, folks. I'm just saying. NEOPro Tag Team Championships triple threat match. I assume it set the fucking standard. Boom! There it is, right there. Set the standard.
Yes,
Tommy Dreamer is in the house. That's 3. That's 3 matches that have been announced for Set the Standard. I know I've seen earlier today they only have 2 front row tickets left available, and it's the show's over a month away still.
Get on that.
But yeah, I mean, you got Tommy Dreamer coming in, going one-on-one against the self-proclaimed hardcore icon, the ECW killer. Oh, Jason just said 1. There's 1 front row ticket left. If you got
fast.
You got Tommy Dreamer coming in to go one-on-one with the self-proclaimed legend killer of the ECW, legend killer of NEOPro. I mean, and he's not wrong, if you're going to be honest. He's beaten him, whether it be scrupulous or unscrupulous. He still has walked away with the 1, 2, 3. Jimmy Shane going one-on-one with Tommy Dreamer at Set the Standard.
Man, that'll be a good match, dude. That is going to be something. I think I saw it was a no disqualification match at that. So
it's got to be. It's got to be.
Has to be.
Maybe at this point we can talk Jason and Danny into letting us bring some weapons. I mean, at this point, you never know. But that's, the tag team match yesterday at Gold Rush Royale, leading to what we find out tonight at Set the Standard is now a triple threat tag team match for the tag team championships. Studio 86 versus Shane Douglas and Uncle Wilbur versus DD Trash, the winner walking away with those beautiful tag team championships.
Man, that's going to be so awesome.
Next, we went in. Look, Daniel in the chat, the other half of NEOPro management says, shh, don't let out all the secrets. Hey, Piledriver exclusives are top-notch stuff, boys. Top-notch. Jason knows this, Danny. Get with it, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Next, we move in to the women's championship match. The returning champion, Megan Myers, returns to defend her title against somebody that we haven't seen before.
Yep, this was cool. Nice little debut.
Hyena Hera, coming out of I think they said the hills of West Virginia or something. They called her feral at one point.
Yeah, feral coyote is what I heard.
Yeah, dude, she was wild. She was in our face. She was talking shit to us. I mean, solid debut in my opinion. I would love to see her back. I was impressed by her. She had some good ring moves, good ring abilities. We've seen some other people come in beforehand from NEOPro. We've had some other girls come in from NEOPro that we weren't so impressed with before, and just
Hyena definitely stood out from the bunch for sure.
Jason in the chat said, I'd say Farrell is right. She fucking bit Megan Myers, and she did.
Yeah,
she did. She did bite Megan, but Megan bit her back.
We did see that. I mean, we saw great moves from both parties, and it was one of those things. Great to see, like you said, some great women's matches to start the show off right with solid championship retain too. I definitely saw Megan do one of the most solid suplexes I've seen in a while, and then I think she locked it in the bridge.
That fisherman. Yep. Oh yeah, 100%. Daniel, real quick, like I said, Des says, damn right, don't be nice just because we're listening. Bring the truth as you always do, and we will. Like I said, we've told you before, there's been some times that, people have been brought in that we weren't too impressed with. It was like a popcorn go to the bathroom match, and that's okay. It happens. That's how you know. But this one, I was very impressed with Hyena Hera. I would love to see her back. Megan is always coming in. We saw her at the last Mega show. She debuted at Baddies in the Beast. She debuted the Catwoman gear that she rocked again last night at NEOPro. Yep. Came in and like Vince said, this was a good match, man. Technical, had some hard hitting, had some kind of feral, biting from the hyena. But then Megan comes back, biting of her own. So good match. Megan ended up picking up the W, and then at the end of the match basically said she's fought everybody. She's, ready for new challengers. She's ready for new opponents. And, we get to find out what that come to mean later on in the night. So,
oh yeah.
Megan said thank you to the NEOPro faithful, and she went away, and walked out of the ring victorious.
Hopefully we do see Hyena Hera come back, though. That was definitely a solid match, like you did. And definitely after the match, I did see her interact with some of the young kids out there, and that was cool to see as well, especially coming out from West Virginia. So hope to see you back soon, Hyena. This ends up getting us right into the match I think you and I both were the most excited for, at least somebody else to lose this match.
Every time Jason and Danny know this for a fact, every time he walks those curtains, I hope he gets his ass whipped. Eric Fallon versus Patrick Hayes. This match was set up by the new enforcer, the new authority, I guess, so to speak, at NEOPro. Mr. Insanity, Toby Klein, told us that next time we came back to Salem that Patrick Hayes would be in action, and he had an opponent for him in Eric Fallon.
Yeah, and that was, man, so I'm not familiar with Eric Fallon at all.
Real quick, I'm just going to let me stop you real quick, and then you can go. Megan, or Caitlin with this. Megan come back to get the Neo kids their high fives, melted your heart. You're welcome, because I pointed Megan to those kids. She got out of the ring, and she didn't really see them. She had her hand that way. I pointed her over those kids because I know them kids love them some Megan Myers, and Megan loves them kids. Yeah, Donna in here with Big Baby Hayes. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, tell us. You weren't familiar with Eric Fallon coming in. You weren't with us last time he came.
Yep. So I wasn't with you guys the last time. So this was my first time seeing Eric Fallon. And man, he's got a presence when he comes out with the sparklers in his mouth, and he damn near burned the house down.
He did burn the curtain.
Burned the hell out of
the curtain.
So, but hopefully they didn't charge him too much for that one. Anyways, no, he was definitely very impressive. A lot of intimidations coming in. I was actually pretty hyped on it. He interacted with the crowd a lot too, though, and that was cool. Definitely gave us the devil horns a few times. He heard us out. He
Dude.
definitely knew what we wanted. He knew what we wanted. We wanted him to beat the living shit out of
Oh
Patrick
yeah.
Case, and he did. He did. I mean, we saw. I don't think I ever seen Patrick shaking like that, and he would say, "No, I'm not shaking. Oh, no, I'm not shaking." No, that man was scared. He was holding. He was clutching,
Dude, I got
gripping
this video.
that.
Look, I'm gonna go side profile. I got this video because we were standing right here when he comes walking out, and Patrick Hayes is standing here like this, and his lip is just quivering. Just quivering. Yeah. He was so scared. He was so scared. It was so funny to see. Like he wouldn't. He was trying to hide. He like peeked through the curtains a couple times. He didn't even want to come out of the curtains.
Nope.
I mean, and Eric Fallen put it to him, dude. Like, gave the champion basically running for the money. Great match. It was a good match. I mean, I hate saying it was a good match because Patrick Hayes was a part of it, but Eric Fallen was good. Patrick Hayes was good. He, stays with the unscrupulous style tactics that he has.
Yeah.
And, he pulls the knucks out, man. And he hits Eric. He hits Eric Fallen with the knucks, like knocks him out cold. Fallen was done. Somehow kicks out. Hits Patrick Hayes with a nasty Claymore kick. Gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Patrick Hayes informs the referee that he was the one that was hit with brass knuckles and to check Eric Fallen. The referee checks Eric Fallen. Finds the brass knuckles, is forced to reverse the decision because he didn't see when the knuckles were used, only who had them in the end.
Yeah, you didn't see that Patrick stashed him down Eric's pants. Like, that's crazy, man.
I've been a part of this, as a referee, and it sucks because in a match before I got knocked down. I got knocked out for a second, and I had to get up, and something had happened with brass knucks. I had to reverse my decision, and then come to find out weeks later that I was duped, and just it's a whole just on it. So I get it. It sucks, But Patrick Hayes knew that he was going to have an opponent going in, come set the standard, and he just wanted to. I guess he gave it up, to Eric Fallen and just kind of didn't give him his all. Maybe it seems.
Yeah,
I would, that's how I'm going with it. I would guess.
Still, I mean, so I again, even though it wasn't a championship match, and even though it wasn't really what we wanted at the end, the ruling and all, I will say that it was a solid match. Again, for me, seeing Eric Fallen coming off for the first time, I was very impressed. I mean, obviously, we're gonna hopefully see somebody take that title from Patrick because I'm over it. I need a new champ in my life.
I agree with you 110%.
So I can't remember. I mean, did we go into? No, I think we had one more match before intermission.
Yes, I believe so. I'm not sure.
Can't remember.
Yes, because the first match. Yes, because the first match after intermission was Pastor CeeLo and Butchie B.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Good call.
Coming in before, we had the one, the only, Jessica Havoc, showing up to go one-on-one with Harley Fairfax.
Man.
That's not the gist of this. Women's match. We'll get into this women's match. The gist of this, though, is that Miss Havoc walks out. She asks Ron Reed for a microphone, and she proceeds to say that, she heard Megan Myers earlier in the night, and that she's came back to NEOPro because she had a score to settle with the one and only Angel Metro. But we haven't seen Angel Metro in a while. So Jessica Havoc is forcing herself to, go another route, so to speak. And she's now going to focus on that women's championship and Megan Myers. Tonight she's got, Harley Fairfax, and she knows that this is a dream match for Harley Fairfax, and that, but she's going to take care of business, and then she's focusing on Megan Myers.
Yeah, kind of shrugged Harley off a little bit there, even, but
a little bit.
Little disrespect there, but hey, what a match! Let me tell you what, this was actually a damn good match. We've seen Jessica Havoc and Harley Fairfax in action both, but never together. And I want to say that I was very impressed with both parties again. I personally love the way that Jessica comes out in her gear, her whole song and everything. I mean, you got that great shot of her, looking straight at your camera.
She came, look, and sometimes, look, and this is another thing.
For sure.
This is another thing that I love, about NEOPro is, we come out and we're there top, I don't know, 15, if that, 10 people behind, lined up to be in the door. And we get solid seats every time. I mean, every seat in the house is solid, but our seats up front, and it's just like they know. Some of the wrestlers know exactly where we are. They know we're going to talk about them. They know we're going to post their videos about them and try to hype them up, because Jessica Havoc, for the first time came out and just intensely stared down my camera, dude. This video is insane. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's up on our YouTube, actually. But dude, it's, it was top notch, just scary as shit. She comes out with that gas mask with the fucking spikes on it.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
No, definitely gets you pumped. And then, like I said, that song even too, just that wreak havoc, you just know you get that the skin, crawling, the hair standing up on your arms there. It's awesome. And I was really hyped, throughout the entire match. But we saw kind of a little ending there. Megan ended up actually coming out, stepping in, and kind of saving Harley after everything went down.
Jessica picks up the dub and then kind of just starts just beating on Harley.
Yeah,
just kind of beating on Harley. Megan comes running out, jumps on her back, starts fighting, says she's not scared of her. So I'm hoping, they already gave us one Piledriver exclusive tonight. We'll take it. That's fine. Sometime in the future, I guarantee you, we get Megan Myers and Jessica Havoc for that NEOPro Women's Championship. It's only a foregone conclusion at this point. So the fans want to see it.
Yep.
That's a big money match right there. That's a big money match right there. Hell yeah.
So that'll be awesome to see.
It was great. It was great.
Shout out to both Jessica and Harley on that one. That was a great match. And then that's why I was asking about the intermission, because we've been trying to, add a little flavor to our podcast here. And what's the best thing to do at intermission is you want to go and get some grub, right? Let's be real. Quaker Hall slaps.
All right.
Straight up.
So it's I got it from Jason. Rendezvous Bar and Grill, which is next door. Quaker Hall is shared. It's a shared building with Rendezvous Bar and Grill. They provide the drinks and the libations and the food for the evening.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to make sure we got their name out there.
No, good call. I didn't actually know that. That's awesome. So great though. This is the second time we've had the food there. The first time we got the sampler, it was really good. This time we ended up getting mozzarella sticks and hot dogs with some, I want to say it was like barbecue chili. It had a sweet, smoky taste to it, but great food. So that's the best part of going to these shows is you get to try a little bit of food, different stuff here and there. And we like to pile driver stuff here. If I had to give it some pile driving, I'd say like 3.5 pile drivers for Rendezvous there, man. It's really solid.
It was
fried
pretty good.
Food's really good. So
so yeah, we got to try. I don't know if I was trying to set my thing up here. I got something going on. I'm going to work into the show tonight. Setting it up. So I don't know if you mentioned. I know you posted. We got the mozzarella sticks. We did get the mozzarella sticks. Okay.
Yep.
The mozzarella sticks were tasty. The cheese pull on the mozzarella sticks was not there for me. Like, they needed to be down a little longer. I want to bite into a mozzarella stick and, cheese pull it. That's what I want out of it. They were still good. I'd probably give them like a 3 out of 5. I had a coney dog. All right. I don't know if this coney dog sauce was homemade or if it was bought, but it was fucking delicious.
Yeah, it had like that barbecue taste, like it was a sweeter taste.
Good. Coney dog, top 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. It was great.
Okay.
And then at one point during the night, Bree, one friend of the pod, Bree, came through and she had gotten some cheese curds, and she said she didn't know that the order was going to be as large as it was. So she wasn't able to eat them all. She asked them if we wanted them. I picked up one of these cheese curds, right, and I just took a bite. It was really good. So we asked Zoe, the Piledriver princess, was with us. We asked her if she wanted one, and she said, yeah, she'd take them. So she sat down and she started eating them. The breading on the cheese curds was way better than the breading on the mozzarella sticks. And the cheese pull, like, they were done, like they were hot and they were good. I definitely give them a 4 out of 5. The cheese curds were better than the mozzarella sticks. And I know that last time we went, you said we did get the sampler. Zoe really loved the fried pickles. They had fried pickle chips. Zoe loved them last time. So, anytime NEOPro has a show out in Salem at Quaker Bar and Grill, I'm getting some food there because it is delicious. Yeah. Overall, I'd give Rendezvous a 4 out of 5 Piledrivers on the food for sure.
Solid. Hell yeah.
Then we come back from intermission. Tim Cross, let me jump in. Tim Cross in the chat. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Can't wait for RSW. RSW be coming back here soon, I hope. I do have it. I know they are coming back. I don't have a date right in front of me. I have to pull it up. I know they are coming back soon, so we will get them on the show, and definitely let you guys know when they are coming back. He probably sent it to me. I just don't have it off the top of my head. I'm sorry, I'm slacking. I know it's in September. Next match we had a NEOPro staple. We've seen him a few times in NEOPro. You've seen him in Mega. You've seen him here. You've seen him there. You've seen him at Exodus. You've seen him all over Northeast Ohio. The good one, Pastor CeeLo, shows up for a one-on-one match against a NEOPro debut. We had another NEOPro debut tonight.
This was cool.
Let me tell you that I've been a fan of this man for a long, long time. So when I saw that he was coming to NEOPro, I was fucking excited. Butchie B comes to NEOPro. We outside. Uncle Wilbur in the chat. You are correct. Oh, look, here we go. This makes me excited. Kim Ambrose in the chat. Hi, guys. I'm one of the owners of Rendezvous. Glad to hear you enjoyed our food. We'll have to work on the Tin Man sauce. The Tin Man sauce is fire, though. Look, I'm not saying the mozzarella sticks weren't good.
Thanks,
they were still delicious. The mozzarella sticks were tasty. It's just the cheese pull wasn't there for me. Other than that, it was. I know Set the Standard is 9/21. RSW has a show in September, not NEOPro, Jason. And Uncle Wilbur in the chat said the good one. We owed Pastor CeeLo some O's.
I caught him in there.
But yeah, Butchie B shows up to go one-on-one with Pastor CeeLo. And dude, these boys tore the house down. First of all, Pastor CeeLo with his stitch, go ahead and tell him so that when he listens, because he is, boom, in the chat right now. Go ahead and tell him who dropped that IOU card in his basket.
Oh, I think he knows. So, I didn't have any cash on me this time. I spent all my money on Rhino, man, and I didn't have nothing in my wallet. I always keep a pen on me, though, and I threw a little IOU into my boy Pastor CeeLo's basket. Let me tell you, buddy, I got you on Turmoil. Just, see me after everything's said, post-Turmoil, and I'll get you squared away, my guy.
Yes.
Sorry, bud.
It's all right, Pastor CeeLo. I apologize for my co-host. I tried to pay the tithings for us both. This match,
you did. Actually, let's not forget, you him with a cheese curd.
I
Oh
did bless
no.
Pastor CeeLo with a cheese curd as he was making his entrance. But like I said, like I was starting to say, these boys tore the house down. Just absolutely killed it. I was so pumped to see, like I said, both of these guys get in there. Butchie B obviously couldn't do his normal flying around because the ceiling at Quaker's kind of short.
Yeah. But he adapted. I mean, it was a
He did
banger of a
that.
match.
There we go. Sorry, something was going on my computer. It like popped something. I had a big old pop up like my home screen on the side. And now it's fucking. Look, stop it. Why is. Oh my goodness. Like it's cutting off
Lagging
half
a
my
little bit.
screen. Yeah. So much shit going on. Oh, I definitely did. Caitlin said, she said, I knew I saw that happen. I told Donna, I know Mike did not just feed CeeLo a cheese curd. I mean, I didn't feed it to him. I offered it to him. He ate it himself.
Broke bread
but
with
you got to
him.
make sure. I broke bread. That's right. I broke bread with the good one. Yeah, great match. I mean, obviously we saw the pastor elbow, Butchie B flipping, reversing
He
everything.
does that
These boys had to
that
stand up.
corkscrew thing, yeah.
The little corkscrew splash he got. He wasn't able to actually hit it. CeeLo moved out of the way.
That one, yeah.
But at one point in the early parts of the match, CeeLo went for a calf kick. Butchie was able to counter it. No, I don't have sneaky sites on my computer. It was actually just like I used the Edge. It was the Microsoft Edge because I clicked the home screen. I fucking hate Microsoft Edge. I use Google Chrome for everything. So it lags. That's why you don't use it. But we're all good. It's all now. I'm not lagging anymore. But yeah, dude, at one point, Pastor CeeLo went for a calf kick, Butchie countered. Butchie went for a calf kick, CeeLo countered. They went for a drop kick, they countered. Then they both went for drop kicks at the same time. It was one of those matches where both men kind of knew, we know they have history.
Yep.
We knew they were going into this knowing the other's arsenal, so to speak. And it showed.
It did.
It showed.
It was a great because of that. They knew each other's spots. They knew how to counter. They brought, they essentially watched, know the tapes. They don't have to watch the tapes. They know the tapes. They've done a lot of work together. So, but that, in turn, you get this great match full of just amazing timed moves. A lot of, yep. Oh, man, I didn't even know.
First win in NEOPro. I didn't know that either, actually. I thought you had won
cool.
one before. But that is sweet.
I want to point out there was 2 solid moves from both guys. I saw that was that a leg drop on the apron by Butchie B. That was sick. And then we always see a solid array of moves from the Pastor CeeLo, but he did this choke slam, and when he picked up Butchie B, the legs just spread and he just slammed him straight to the ground. I was just really impressed with that one, man. I always love the pastor, so shout out to my guy. And then, of course, Butchie, too. So great debut, dude.
No, and I said the same thing on our Twitter earlier. These boys tore the house down. Great match. The cross bottom, that's what he's called, the cross bottom.
Okay, I like that a lot.
And I like to see this. Daniel Figueroa in the chat, make no mistake, that is not the last time you see Butchie B in NEOPro. Perfect. Thank you. I love that. It's fantastic. Pastor CeeLo, like you said, hit him with the cross bottom. At the end of the match, I think, the beauty for me, because these boys did know each other, like you said, they have a history. Pastor CeeLo, after he picks up the win, picks up his friend, embraces in a respect, and, able to leave the ring. Butchie B gets a standing ovation. During the match, we got a "This is awesome" chant that wasn't started by us. So that was cool. Because, I mean, obviously those kind of chants we start because we've been following CeeLo and Butchie and all these guys for a long time. So when they put on something, I'm pretty loud. You're pretty loud. We can get a chant started by ourselves. No problem. Somebody else started a "This is awesome" chant for Butchie and Pastor CeeLo. So that made me feel even better because they were fucking killing it and they deserve that shit. For sure.
It was great. And then we got right into our main event. And what a main event it was, man. I personally, and I know you do too, Mike, I love Rumbles. I love these Battle Royale Rumbles, man. And NeoPro did not put any stops out for this one. This was a lot of pulled stops for us because one, we knew he was in there somewhere, and of course we already spoke on his name, but we knew Rhino was going to come out in this battle royale.
At some point, we did know Rhino was going to come out. Now, real quick, you've probably already seen it if you follow NEOPro. You've probably already seen it. But at this time, because I know you can't see what I got going on my screen, Vince.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, let me bring in the winner of the Gold Rush Battle Royale. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
Octavio.
my
Welcome,
guy.
my guy. Welcome. Can you hear us? Hold on. Why does it say I can't hear you? It says you're muted.
No. Yeah, it does say you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Now
Yes.
I can hear you.
All right.
What's up, my guy?
Perfect, man. Perfect. Yeah, we were
Not
just about to
much.
get into this battle royal, dude, last night. How are you feeling today? How are things going?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Hold on 1 second, boys.
I
I'm
was saying
super sore. I woke up with a nasty handprint on my chest from Sam. So I don't really know though. It's one of them things like when I beat Sammy, it hasn't really hit yet, I think. But my phone's been blowing up all day and I've seen all these posts and all that stuff. So I'm just excited and reading through everything and all that. Looking forward to next month for sure.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally am pumped as hell for you. You know, we knew going in that you were one of our picks to go over on this whole thing. You know, we've been a big supporters for a long time, friend of the pod. You know, we've always been behind you. So to see you get this shot to take down probably the person I fucking hate the most in NEOPro, you already know that we're coming in hot for this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Dontavio, your mom's in the chat. She said hi.
Yeah, I love that. No, I mean, like this wasn't an easy task, dude. So I mean, this was literally a war. Like and you know, even if you think about it early on, there were so many people in this one ring just trying to, you know, get the same goal, man. They wanted to be the last one standing, you know, and it was just wild to see everything going on at once. I mean, I've talked about it before. Rumbles are one of the hardest things to even, you know, watch because you don't know who or what to watch, what spot to see. You know, I mean, we got so many things going on, so many people, so many just great wrestlers just going at it. And I mean, we should start at the very beginning, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Dontavio came out at number 6. But
Yep.
before Dontavio, you know, we did see a video leading up. We had Justin Main in the car doing a promo saying that he wasn't going to be able to make it, but he was sending his stunt double. All right. First off, his stunt double looks nothing like him.
Nothing.
We've seen his stunt double a million times in other promotions. We love him, but we hate him. The hairy toothpick himself, JD Smooth, enters at number 1. Followed by the leader of the Cowpoke Posse, Cowpoke Paul at number 2.
Yeehaw, you know.
GG Jacobs coming in at number 3, and then the infamous Uncle Wilbur entering at number 4.
Our guy.
Before the show, I got to talk to head of security Nick just because I wanted a little rundown. I didn't know, you know, they didn't have any kind of like information of how it was going to work. And so we were told that 4 men were going to enter and start the match, and then every 2 minutes or 90 seconds to 2 minutes, somebody new was going to enter.
I think the first 4 had like 5 minutes before
they had,
it started.
They had like a little.
So that whole 5 minutes, I think Christian came out before me.
Yes.
So before Christian went out, we had no idea what was going on.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
we were waiting for the music.
Yeah, waiting on the countdown. So
okay,
fill me in on that.
Yeah, so it was cool. They got in and they got out. I mean, it was a good match. GG Jacobs, I've seen before. I've never got to see wrestle. He did tell me he was going to give me a mustache ride at one point, and then he was taking people to Pound Town. So I mean, I was impressed. I definitely buy a GG Jacobs shirt that says, you know, take them to Pound Town. That's fucking hilarious. He pinched a couple guys' nipples. The hairy toothpick, you know, as much as we hate him, he's impressive sometimes. He's got some skills. Yeah. He's got some skills in there. JD Smooth, you know, able to grab the mic, spit to the crowd. get them to hate him as much as we do, and then, still able to put in a solid performance. Definitely wasn't one of the first people eliminated.
No, he lasted a really long time.
But yeah. Like Dontavio said, they got a couple minutes, and there were some close eliminations. That was another one of my things, and I had said it to Vince during the match. During this Rumble, I don't think it was till let's see, Samuel Holloway, it says, come in at number 9. He was the first person to eliminate somebody. So this ring had filled up. Yeah, and it was Cowpoke. And this ring had filled up, though. Like, normally in a battle royal, you only get 4 or 5 people in the ring. There was 8, 9 people in the ring.
Well, that was the difference, though. That was the difference, though, from a battle royal in a Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like a battle royal, we're all out there. It's crowded. The Rumble, you have even that 2 minutes to try to capitalize that little. Yeah. You know what I mean? That little space of window to try to get somebody out, to try to do something that can hurt somebody or something. So I think that was the big difference with that, at least.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I like that because even though you still had that 2 minutes, people weren't able to capitalize on that extra 2 minutes. So people just kept coming in, and the ring was just getting more and more full. And I thought it was fucking cool as hell.
Yep.
Like you said, Christian comes in at number 5, the first member of 440 on the blue side. We knew going into this that 440 has animosity, 440 yellow, 440 blue, and we had 2 members and 3 members of yellow and 2 members of blue entering that we knew of.
Yeah.
Christian, first to make his entrance, obviously repping blue, comes out and starts hot. I mean, he goes after, everybody, essentially. Didn't pick out just one person. He went after everybody.
Everybody. He even rough rided the hell out of JJ, and man, I don't think JJ wanted him to stop, honestly.
No, Gigi Jacobs, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, he hit him with that Bronco funny. Buster.
I'm sure he liked that, yeah.
And then, number 6, you entered to a giant pop, by the way. I mean, I know that they love you in Salem, but, that's definitely not where you're from. You're from Canton.
Well, I knew Canton. I wasn't sure. Sometimes I'm not sure on Salem, on show days.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, hopefully they're there, and every time it's just even better.
And they were there. They came out in droves. You entered hot as well. I mean, we didn't get a pile driver, and that's what I'm hoping for every show. And one of these days, I'm gonna get one. There's been a lack of pile drivers in the year 2024. Yeah. I just want to say that.
Maybe we'll just do them in special times. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
entering number 7 though is the counterpart, the opposition for blue. Zach Thomas enters at number 7 for 440 yellow, and unlike Christian, immediately goes after Christian. He doesn't give a shit about anybody else in this match. He cares about Christian only.
Yep.
We knew that was going down though. So to be able to see them, and to wonder who was coming out next kind of felt like a War Games kind of feel like who was going to come out next, blue or yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And, we actually didn't get one for a while. We didn't get another 440 for a minute. Christian had to fight it off with Zach, but the next entrant was the big one. And I definitely want to ask you a little bit about this before we go. Number 8, the man beast Rhino enters the Gold Rush Battle Royal. Number one, how did that feel to get in the ring with a legend like Rhino? Because I'm pretty sure I got a couple pictures of you guys in the corner, like him hitting you with an elbow or chopping you or something like that. And that's cool in my opinion.
No, it's cool for sure. It's cool. I guess in the moment you don't really think about it as much at first, But I'm not gonna lie to you, and you guys know some of the stuff. A few hits in from back and forth, we both just started just bullshitting in the ring, honestly. Just popping each other, making each other laugh, and that's the fun part about all this. You know what I mean? I think the big thing that Jason and Danny wanted out of this was moments, because it's the first ever. You know what I'm saying? We had to make sure it would work in general. So when the moments were created, and even like Rhino coming out, we knew, let him have that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even for him to have that moment, and us to see that from the ring, it's still one of those things. Even cooler than working with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just when you get to see that, hear the music, and all that stuff.
It takes you back to being a fan. Like, it takes you I'm not a wrestler in this ring right now. I'm literally watching Rhino make an entrance. Like, that's fucking cool.
And,
And,
you know, and me, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna get hit next? You know what I mean? Like, and then
Is
at
he
the other
gonna
time,
gore
I'm like,
me?
please do it.
So-
You know, like,
Yeah, that was the big thing is you know, everybody knows Rhino's big move, and I was like, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? I'm not gonna lie, not that dude, buddy. I thought it was you. I thought you were gonna catch it, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was not.
He caught Napier. He caught
He
Christian.
came in and cleared out the ring.
I was
mean,
laying here,
he didn't eliminate anybody.
and it was right in front of me when he hit it, and I felt it, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came in and just cleaned house, knocked everybody down, got everybody cleared out, got in the corner, and he ducked down. And I said, oh, shit, here it comes. Who's the first person to get up? And it just happened to be Christian Napier, and he turned around and
Well, then
took one.
JD was
tried to
actually
stop him.
first.
And JD tried to stop him, and he just,
Yep.
shoved
Yeah, hairy
JD right
toothpick,
off.
you know.
Yeah, just shoved him right off and cut Napier in half.
Oh, brutal.
And I mean, let's be honest here. That wasn't the first time that Napier got pretty cut up, pretty
No.
banged up.
No.
You know, we'll talk about that more. But you know, like I said, at 8, Rhino comes in, and then at number 9, we got our first surprise entrant. Somebody that wasn't announced, somebody that we did not know was coming. We've seen him before, and he's definitely made an impact in NeoPro. Hardway Sam Holloway shows up in this battle royal.
Ooh-wee.
I know at one point you and him had a very serious altercation. It did end up being you and him as the last 2. But I know in the corners, you know, you guys were just at one point he double butterfly suplex, just tossed you across the ring.
Chops left and right.
You know, elbows. It just he's a big guy.
The
He's a
dude
big
is strong.
scary
Yeah,
guy.
I can say that.
Yeah.
The dude is probably one of the strongest and biggest person I've been in there with ever since I've started. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just a freak.
He's
honestly,
giant.
you know.
Number 10, coming in at number 10, we got the countdown. It hit 1. The music hit. You know, we are now brought to you, and we thought we were about to get our next 440 blue.
Yeah.
It seemed like because I don't know if anybody, you know, if you guys are listening, you're not familiar. When 440 comes out, they have an Eric Bischoff vignette that comes out and says 440. It started like glitching in the middle, and it cut to a video of Vincent Nothing getting ready. We had saw a clip earlier in the week where Atticus had told Otis to take care of Vincent Nothing. Out of nowhere, Otis shows up, smashes a 2x4 over Vincent Nothing's head, and nobody comes out of the entranceway. Vincent Nothing, apparently, you know, the way it seems is he's been taken out of this Rumble. The next entrant to come down at number 11 is Otis Cogar, and he has that 2x4 with him. Brings it to the ring and just starts going. You know, obviously they're going after Christian. It's now 2 members of yellow, 1 member of blue, and I mean they obviously, you know, like they went after Christian.
Yeah.
They did their thing for sure, but I think everybody that was in there at that point, because I think we only lost maybe 2 people. So really, we were still at the same number of people.
We had only lost 1 person at that point because because the second entry or the second elimination came from the next entrant.
Okay. Well, when Otis came in,
Yes.
that alone, the music alone of 440 is just intimidating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Cogar brothers have such a aura around them that just makes you intimidated, no matter who you are. They just have that look and all that stuff. But I think everybody that was in that ring really just didn't give a shit because we're in there for a title shot. So I think that screw your 2x4. You know what I mean? We get hit, but we're still going to come fighting. And I think that's at least what my mindset was on it. So even though I did get hit with it, I still wanted to come in fight no matter what.
No, 100%. You know, and like I said, we all know that the Cogars are definitely, you know, deathmatch style wrestlers. We know that Atticus has a fucking pocket full of skewers. We know that Otis probably has that straight blade in his pocket. You know, we know that's given at this point.
Yeah.
So you know, anytime they're in any match with you, you have to be, you know, cautious. Number 12 was our next surprise entrant. wasn't. I mean, it was a surprise because he wasn't announced. I was hoping that this man showed up because he definitely has a score to settle with the champion. The Ultra Star Ashton Day showed up at number 12 to a big ovation. Comes in, cleans house. JD Smooth tosses him. GG tosses him.
Yep.
And then Patrick Hayes sneaks his sneaky little ass out there and pulls Ashton Day over the top rope. They fight around the ring, and then we hear Patrick basically crying, saying, I told you were never going to get another shot. I told you you're never. So I doubt this is the last we've seen of Ashton Day and Patrick Hayes, whether the title's on the line or not.
Well,
there's definitely a score to settle.
Yep.
Exactly. And then, like I said, resulted in a brawl outside the ring. Toby Klein has to come out and just separate these guys from fighting. Coming in next at number 13, the other Koger brother. So now it is 3 yellow versus 1 blue. Vincent Nothing is still nowhere to be found. And Atticus comes out and immediately pulls Christian out of the ring. They start underneath the top rope, or underneath the ropes, not so Christian had been eliminated.
Bad. It was so bad they fell on Rhino.
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted him back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Atticus ran in and speared Christian right away, and they landed on Rhino in the corner. You're correct.
Oh, man, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I got that.
Then that forced Rhino to come over and start beating the shit out of me again.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
And take his anger out on somebody, I guess.
We knew that was coming in, and then number 14 was our replacement. We were supposed to get Josh Bishop. We got a giant man named Isaiah Prince out of New York, who I had never heard of, but let me tell you, this man was fucking big. All right, I'm talking big, buff, just looked like a machine out there. Kind of intimidating. He comes in and he eliminates Zach Thomas immediately.
That's a big dude.
It looked like he was going to kind of again, NEOPro debut, come in, make a name for myself, get this title shot. I mean, it makes sense to have that mindset. So big dude. And then last but not least, number 15, we get the countdown, and Eric Bischoff drops across the screen once more. And this time it is blue, only to bring out our last, surprise entrant, the leader of 440 Blue, RSP Ricky Shane Page, accompanied by none other than Big fucking Al. And at this point, I don't even know if Ricky entered the match. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think he pulled Atticus out of the ring immediately, and then Otis got out, and Big Al and Ricky and Otis and Atticus were all fighting outside of the ring. And at this point, Zach had gotten back up on the apron where Christian was up top. He picked up Christian and over the top rope. I don't know if he brought him out over the top rope because they had said
he was
Christian,
on the other side of the apron. So
they had said Christian wasn't eliminated at that point. But either way, Zach Thomas picked him up and power bombed him straight from the apron through the ringside table. And boy, was that nasty.
That's our Spanish announce table.
Yeah,
that thing gets busted up all the time.
Every event.
It's just a Spanish announce table. That is what it is.
It was a crazy big bump. Zach Thomas had been eliminated at this point. Otis was eliminated. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, RSP was as soon as RSP got in the ring, Otis eliminated him, knocked him over clothesline style. He then eliminated, and that's when Christian went through the table. Otis, Koger, and Atticus were then eliminated by Isaiah Prince. Then the brawl ensued on the outside between Big Al, RSP, and the Koger brothers.
Let's not forget how much 440, though, in general, cleared house in that ring. Yeah. I mean, I got hit with the Sabu-style chair shot.
You did. You took that hard.
Sam got hit with the chair.
So that was I didn't get the video of you. I did get the video of him throwing that chair right at Sam's face.
Yeah.
I mean, and then like I said, Isaiah Prince cleaned the Kogers out of the ring. At this point, 440 has been eliminated altogether. It was Samuel Holloway, Wilbur Whitlock, Isaiah Prince, and Dontavio were our final 4. Wilbur gets eliminated by Samuel Holloway. Isaiah Prince gets eliminated by Samuel Holloway. And then, like I said, it was you and Samuel Holloway just going at it. I don't know. You guys
in between there, let's not forget that Christian was taken out of the match for injury too. He couldn't continue.
Good call.
Christian could not continue.
Yeah.
We were told, he is all right. He is all right. And I've spoken with him. He's cool. He said he was in some pain, but he said he's good. So, shouts out to Christian for a fast recovery, brother. But yeah, he was told he was unable to compete. So we were down, like I said, to our final 4. Isaiah Prince or Samuel Holloway cut it down to 2. And then you and him just went at it, man, for a good 5 minutes. You guys had essentially a match.
Yeah.
Big hits. You use your speed at points to get over on the big man. And ultimately, the speed worked out, as we saw. If you follow my boy Dontavio on the socials, he was able to use that drop kick and kick big Samuel Holloway over that top rope and secure his spot for Set the Standard and that heavyweight championship title opportunity.
Yep. New champ, bro. New champ. That was awesome.
Oh, wait. Just wait how much I get that chant going. Just wait.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. And going back to Sam, I've never even done that drop kick before.
Really?
That was the first time. It's the same thing as when I wrestled Matt Taylor. There's just so much animosity towards Omen as a whole, and all of those guys in that group that I don't give a shit what I have to do as long as I'm kicking, hitting, or slamming you on your head. I don't care. I'm throwing whatever. And Sam's like one of the biggest people that I've personally ever been in the ring with and seen. So I'm like, what can I do to this dude to knock him off his feet? To get him out of the ring or anything like that. There's no way I could throw him over.
Let alone, pick him up and throw him over.
There's no way. I tried. You know what I mean? I tried and it didn't work. So I was like, what else can I do? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to kick him in his face.
Yeah.
It worked.
I mean, it worked. He, with enough momentum, able to send him over the top rope, like I said.
Let's not forget the body slam, too.
Oh yeah. He picked you up and just...
I did. I picked him
up. That's right. Yeah, you
Yep.
picked him up and slammed him too. That's right.
I'm little, but when the fight needs to come, the fight's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That adrenaline rush, like he's got to pick up a car off somebody.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, dude. I went through Derek. I went through Dom after that. I went through Sammy, Taylor. I've just
took a lot of pile drivers in that span.
You know,
did?
like,
oh my God.
I've been getting my ass beat, but the only thing I do is just keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? So
you persevere and look where it's gotten you. Main event, September 21st. Set the Standard, Stark County Fairgrounds. Earlier in the show, Jason said there was 1 ticket left. It's probably sold by now. There's probably no more front row seats available. If there is, there's only 1. Your boys will be up front row and we'll be hanging out. So obviously, like I said, we're gonna get that new champ going, and hopefully you can find a way to persevere and walk out of there with that title, brother, because you already know the whole congregation of fans is going to be rooting for you, except for that one asshole.
Guy.
Minus that one asshole in a Steelers jersey.
By the end of the night, his mind will be made up on who he really wants to cheer for.
You'll have a new fan. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm looking forward
to it. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you, and congratulations again. We will see you soon.
Appreciate you, boys.
Yeah,
no problem, man. Have a good night.
You too.
That was Dontavio, our Gold Rush Battle Royale winner. I did just get a comment here from Daniel Figueroa. Official info on Christian Napier. Bruised ribs from the gore and bruised hip from the table. He also hit his head on one of the chairs. He was able to get to his feet after a while and is recovering well. We had to make the call and not let him continue. Like I said, I spoke with Christian as well. He is okay, a little busted up. So,
and shout out to Neil for looking at their wrestlers and knowing what's their feelings here. So,
congratulations again going out to Dontavio. We will see him, like I said, September 21st. Set the Standard. We now have 3 matches that have been announced. Dontavio going 1-on-1 with Patrick Hayes for the NEOPro Heavyweight Championship. A triple threat tag team match. Uncle Wilbur's in the chat right now talking some smack. I'll say that. I'll say this comment in a second. Uncle Wilbur and his tag team partner, Shane Douglas, the NEOPro tag champs, going against DD Trash and Studio 86 in a triple threat tag team match. And then last but most certainly not least, the only other match announced, Jimmy Shane versus Tommy Dreamer in a no DQ match. Make sure you get to set the standard. Uncle Wilbur here says, last year we set the effing standard. In the past year, the game is elevated and elevated some more. So the challenge is, can we set the standard again? Stay tuned, boy. Challenge accepted. Stay tuned, boys. Thank you for all of your support. Anytime, Uncle Wilbur. Thank you again for the hug last night. I'm sorry you weren't able to walk out of there a winner, but I hope
you're still a winner in our hearts.
It's right. Number one in my heart, baby. But that, and so overall, NEOPro, phenomenal show. Rendezvous Bar and Grill, phenomenal food. I'm going to go ahead and 425, man. It was 425. It was a great show. Great show.
Solid. Yeah, for sure. I'll go ahead and back you up on that. I'll do a solid 4 out of 5 pile drivers for the show, man. Great all around, and, always a pleasure to come out and hang out with our friends at NEOPro. I always like to give a couple shout outs. Of course, I'm going to shoot them. Again, shout out to everybody at NEOPro, Jason, Nick, all the ladies that work the counter and always take care of everyone. Yep, our Neo Mom crew. Shout out to Rhino, very great dude. I just want Big Daddy Terry. His, when you buy his stuff, it comes up as Big Daddy, and he was telling me that as he was talking to us, and I was just geeking out over that. Like, that's all I could think of was Big Daddy Terry.
Like on his Cash App or whatever.
Yep. So that was awesome. But he was just a treat, man. Sometimes I get worried with, I'm a collector of signatures, and he signed everything willingly, and even ended up hooking us up with a photo too. And that's great. So thank you so much for NEOPro to hook us up and make sure it's so easy to meet these guys. I actually want to flip the script a little bit though. Hold up for a second. I usually give a shout out. I want to give a call out. Hey yo, Maserati Rick, you ran your mouth a lot before this last show. Where were you at? So I want to see you at the next show. Why don't you say some stuff to my face instead of walking away like a nobody?
Yeah, because all they did, they talked a lot of shit, and all they did
give
me the finger. Yeah.
Yep.
Woo-hoo! My kid gives me the finger. All right, grow up.
We'll see you at set the effing standard, my guy.
Caitlin said she wanted to say thanks to me, us, and Zoe for helping after. Hey, no problem.
Hey, absolutely.
That's what family's for. So, Donna in the chat, love you guys. We love you guys too. Thanks again for putting on an awesome show for us. So that's all we, NEOPro, once again, they delivered. So we'll see you guys in September 21st, Stark County Fairgrounds. Get over and get your GA ticket so you can sit behind us. That's not all.
No.
I mean, I do want to jump in, and we're going to shift a little bit. Mega Championship Wrestling does have an event coming up in September 28th, the weekend after NEOPro. We are at Let's Cook. Let them cook, baby.
Let them cook, baby. Yeah, LCC, man. LCC.
We got some big matches announced for this one already. I mean, only 2, but they are 2 big ones.
Mm-hmm.
The first match that was announced, it's been said. Cody Gray and Colt Johnson have had issues with Brandon Xavier. Colt has had issues with Cody. Brandon Xavier has decided that, after all this BS and all this crap that he's gone through with both of these men, including the cage and everything else, it's time to get the food truck rolling again. Meat and Taters has rejoined. They are back together for one final run. And at Let 'em Cook, we will see Brandon Xavier teaming with Big Mo to go against Colt Johnson and Cody Gray in a barbecue brawl match.
I'm so excited for this because don't know
What the
the
fuck is
actual definition of a barbecue brawl match. I'm genuinely hoping there's actually, an actual barbecue going on.
Yeah, like I hope they're making glizzies.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, so that, and then just announced recently a couple days ago at Converge, Madam President defended her Baddies Championship in a triple threat match in which she did not get pinned to lose that title. Alice Crowley pinned Zoe Sky and walked away with the Baddies Championship. So at Let 'em Cook, Madam President will get her rematch. 440 Blue will be in the building, at least the Baddies champion, as Alice Crowley, Big Al, defends against Madam President Sebastian LaShawn.
And I hope that Madam President does get her gold back.
Daniel in the chat, Let 'em Cook. Much love for the fam at Mega. Much love all around Northeast Ohio. The wrestling community is killing it. But yeah, Let 'em Cook. But until Let 'em Cook, if you're not, every Thursday night, 8 p.m., Mega Championship Facebook page and Mega Championship Wrestling YouTube, we go live. 8
Live,
p.m.
baby.
We do a weekly show every week. Stay up with these storylines. Stay up with this and that. Last week, if you didn't hear, Brandon Xavier came out in Post Turmoil and told Cody Gray that if he wanted some up close and personal footage this week on Turmoil, he would make sure that Cody Gray received that up close and personal footage. So I don't know what that means. It sounds as if this week on Turmoil, we're going to get Cody Gray versus Brandon Xavier in a one-on-one match.
That'll be insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, we've seen them in the ring together, but can you imagine one-on-one Brandon X versus the big hungry Cody Gray?
I don't know. I've heard massive rumors coming out of the Mega Training Facility that big players are tuning in. Big players are heating up for Let 'em Cook. Big players are trying to cook. So you never know what's going to happen going on with Mega. Make sure you are tuning in every Thursday night.
Every Thursday.
You won't know unless you watch. So I don't really have much else. It's been a fantastic weekend of wrestling.
Yeah, indeed. We, as we always are, we're so lucky to have so many people and so many great promotions around us. So, let's keep the good times rolling.
100%. Like I said, we are the Piledriver Podcast. If you see us out, I know that yesterday we saw, I did speak, I believe her name's Ricky. And a couple shows ago, her and her husband and her son were sitting behind us, and we just kind of embraced this little kid with us, and we were, fist bumping him and showing him some love. And last night I saw the mom, Ricky, again at the show, and she said that her son wanted to come over and say hey to us because we were so nice to him last time. And that kind of shit makes me cool. That makes me happy on the inside because I saw them walking out and I fist bumped this little kid and he was stoked to see us again. So, that
awesome.
kind of, if you see us, come hang out, come say hi to us. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to BS with you. I'd love to hear your theories on anything wrestling related. We can talk for hours.
100%. Shout out actually to Dominic and his mom, Molly, too.
Yeah, no, 100%. Molly out there was killing it. Bringing her kids. Dominic was hanging out. He had signs, and I know he loves Dontavio. He was pumped for Dontavio getting that win going out of there. So, again, shout out to the NEOPro faithful for showing up and showing love. And, shout out once again to NEOPro for putting on an amazing show for us.
Absolutely.
We are the Piledriver Podcast. We are live every Sunday night at 8:30 right here on your Facebook, on your YouTube, and on Believe Land Media X. Get with us, follow us, subscribe to the YouTube, hit that little notification bell in the top. It helps us out, and it helps you stay notified when we're going live. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you all, and we will see you next week.
Hell yeah. Later, guys.